Now, I want to talk about this Ole Miss Rebels team, Mintzy, because I'm looking at the schedule right now. I think you guys have lost like 4 straight SEC series or something like that. I mean, Ole Miss is a very good team this year. Let me go ahead and point that out. Number 1 in the SEC in batting average. We were talking Arkansas last weekend and how they can swing it. Ole Miss can swing it. I mean, there's no doubt the best hitting team arguably in the SEC, but it's been a little bit of a rough go lately. I know lost 2 or 3 to Florida, lost 2 or 3 to Arkansas, lost I think 2 or 3 to Mississippi State in a really tough back and forth series, which I actually watched that Friday night game and the Sunday, and that was an incredible series. Then the LSU series, I know obviously you were there and you guys avoided the sweep on Sunday, but what's been the issue with Ole Miss? Because obviously they're a very high quality ball club. And as you and I know, Mintz, the SEC is just beating up on each other. I mean, if you go, I said this in the preseason for South Carolina specifically, if you go 16-14 or better in this league, you had a fantastic year. I mean, 500 or better in the SEC is like winning the conference in other conferences. What's been the thing for Ole Miss, though, that you look at this ball club and you feel like maybe there's been a piece missing or it just hasn't clicked, I guess, even the last couple of weekends?
Well, there's a few things. First of all, Ole Miss is 10-8 in the SEC, but they're like a very lucky to beat 10-8. And you know this when it comes to Southeastern Conference baseball. When you win or lose 2 out of 3, you kind of tread water. Right. It's the sweeps when you get them or when you get swept that are just drastically affect everything. And Ole Miss started out sweeping Auburn and then sweeping Bama at Bama, and that got them a 6-0 cushion. They've lost 2 out of 3, 4 weeks in a row. Yeah. But because they got those 2 sweeps, they're still 10-8 and over 500. And that just shows you how important sweeps are. As far as the problems on this Ole Miss team, there's 2 things that stand out. First of all, other than Taylor Broadway, the bullpen's a mess, complete mess. And Gunnar Hoglund and Doug Nikhazy have been great 1-2 starters at the top of it. Hoglund got scratched last week due to shoulder soreness. They hope he's going to go this week. I think he's going to be all right, but they're just being careful and cautious because he's a top 15 pick. But the bullpen has let them, you saw that in Starkville, you saw that in the Baton Rouge series. I mean, this bullpen's been a real problem. The other thing, too, is it's been a little bit of a mess and sticky in the field, too. A lot of guys playing new positions this year. Tim Elko, who was going to be an All-American, who was the NCAA hitter of the month in March, tore his ACL in early April, which is a terrible loss right in the heart of the order. And so it's kind of been a few things, but I still love the Hoglund Nikhazy 1-2. This team can still hit. I mean, I think it's a little bit. It's certainly not a perfect team, but I think it's a pretty good team. And to me, the game on Saturday, they were about to get swept by LSU at home, and I was out there. I went to all of them. They were down 9-1 in the bottom of the 8th and hit a 3-run bomb, a grand slam to tie it, and in the first pitch of the bottom of the 9th, Kip Alderman, a freshman, hits a walk-off bomb. And you know how baseball's a funny game. Oh, yeah. Momentum and confidence. I'm kind of hoping that game kind of turns the attitude and atmosphere around, and we'll see what happens this week in Oxford. I think it's going to be a heck of a series and atmosphere.
Yeah, 4 straight series losses for Ole Miss, so obviously it's a pivotal series for Ole Miss. I say it's also a pivotal series for South Carolina, just when you look at the rest of the schedule, and of course South Carolina, again, sitting at 11-7 in conference play like you mentioned. After this weekend, you got Mississippi State, and I know it's at home, but I look at that series, very similar to Arkansas, which I'm sure you'd agree with this, Mintzy, that you look at the schedule in the preseason, and I tell fans this because, of course, people on Twitter are so rational, right? Like, you lose 2 out of 3 to Arkansas, the sky is falling, this team stinks, whatever, and it's like they're the number 1 team in the country. And when you look at the schedule in the preseason, fans, they may not want to admit it, but there's some series you look at and say, okay, we should definitely win 2 of 3, maybe sweep. There's some series that are like, okay, 50-50. And like you were mentioning, sweeps and getting swept are so big in SEC play. There's some series you look at that you're like, all right, just don't get swept. If you can win 2 or 3, great, but just don't. Vandy at Vandy was one of those for South Carolina. Even Arkansas at home was one of those. I could argue Mississippi State might be one of those. And then you got Kentucky on the road and Tennessee at home to close out the season. And what the Vols are doing, I mean, that could be a series with the SEC East on the line. So I think looking at this weekend, what's so interesting is this is a pivotal series, I think, for both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've said all week, I think South Carolina needs to win 2 out of 3. And, of course, Ole Miss, you got 4 straight series losses. I mean, backs against the wall. It's like it's time to go. I didn't know the thing about Hoglund. So when are they going to know about him? Is he going to be like a game time decision?
What I heard, he threw last Thursday, and his shoulder was a little tight. They've been keeping it real quiet, hush. They held him out, but Bianco and my sources are all telling me that it was just precautionary. They were going to give him an extra week of rest, and he's going to try to go this week. But that's something to watch incredibly closely because when you look at this Ole Miss pitching staff, Hoagland and Nikhazy, I mean, nobody is Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter. That's the greatest 1-2 combo I've seen. The only one I can think of is Trevor Bauer and Garrett Cole at UCLA. But Hoagland and Nikhazy are super stout 1-2, and so if Hoagland's down and goes missing for a while, I mean that's almost that's just a crippling blow, especially after losing Elko. So hopefully Hoagland's good to go, and with him and Nikhazy at the top at that 1-2, I feel very good about that part of the rotation.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Elko falling down, who have been the guys you feel like have stepped up the most? Because I'm just looking at the statistics, and obviously I'm doing we're talking on Wednesday, and this will come out on Thursday. I'm actually doing my Ole Miss deep dive tonight for the show. But I mean, I see Kevin Graham, 8 homers, 35 RBIs. You look at a guy like Hayden Leatherwood, Jacob Gonzalez. Like, who do you feel like TJ McCants, obviously at the top of that lineup's been incredible, but who are the guys you feel like have stepped up most in the absence of Tim Elko?
Well, Leatherwood's hit four bombs and he hit 3 in Starkville over the last weekend, and then hit another one. He's been getting hot. It's kind of been the sum of the whole parts. Cale Baker got put in at first base, and his average was like 220 when he got put in. Now he's pushing 300. He's been hitting the ball at the back of the lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of an overall team effort. You mentioned McCants. He hit the grand slam against LSU. Keep an eye on Kemp Alderman. He was a true freshman, big recruit, kind of struggled in fall ball. They put him in the lineup on Tuesday. He's the one who hit the walk-off on Saturday. So he's a guy they're going to be pushing going forward. But when you lose a guy that's an All-American or going to be an All-American, it's not any one player is going to replace him. It's kind of the sum of the whole team. Yeah. And luckily, Ole Miss does have solid depth in the lineup. Like I said, I think that there's some issues in the field, though, that it caused.
Yeah, Cale Baker, an incredible head of hair, by the way. I must say that dude has got insane flow over there at first base.